Hi, I'm Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media. I'm here on the first day of the Breakbulk Europe exhibition in Bremen, and joining me is Cyril Varghese from Fluor, who has just finished moderating a panel on blockchain, right?
Right. So we had a very interesting panel on blockchain. So that's a question that's a conversation with a lot of people talk about, but not too many people know where to start at. Right. Uh, the larger thing which we were kind of talking about during the session was that at some point of time, the typical roles which we are handling as freight forwarders, as EPCs, as shipping lines, they're all bound to change. So the boundaries are moving a little outwards. And if we don't reinvent ourselves and invest in technology, understand technology, embrace technology, and get used to doing business in a different way, then we could be obsolete at some point of time. So that was basically the message which we wanted to give in.
Well, that's a strong message, certainly. Blockchain, there's so many different systems being developed by different companies, big ones, small ones, IBM, others. From a shipper's perspective, what do you want to see? What needs to happen for you to adopt that sort of a system?
Right. So what we talked about in the panel was about the myth surrounding blockchain, that everybody can see all information and then there is no privacy and stuff like that. So we spoke about the permission blockchains which enterprises can more effectively adopt. We spoke about the interoperability issue between multiple blockchains and between the blockchains and the ERPs. We spoke about different companies getting into the race of blockchain, because we've seen the internet millionaires who developed applications on the internet for mobile phones and becoming millionaires when they managed to sell it. And I think it's at a near future, we'll be seeing more blockchain millionaires, not from the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency side, but from the people who are able to identify the pain points, get traction around who are the people who are investing in the ecosystem to be part of the blockchain, and being able to effectively emerge as the leader. Now, we've seen it on the ERP side, where a lot of people were trying to build an ERP system, and finally we have probably 5 or 6 people who stand, right? So we think there's going to be a lot of traction, a lot of intelligent applications which are coming up from the blockchain perspective. We believe that it's going to be extremely good for the industry in terms of fostering a lot of transparency in the supply chain, avoiding a lot of duplicate work, getting access to more intelligent data, and being able to keep, let's say, a trackable, immutable record on the blockchain. Now, from Fluor, we have a distributed ledger technology steering committee on which I sit. We are also looking at use cases. We are looking at what's happening in the industry. We're looking at what are the promising areas in which we can invest our time and effort to reap benefits from blockchain in the near future.
So is it happening, Cyril? Do you think this is something you're going to adopt soon?
Well, right now, a lot of people still think it's on a hype stage. So Gartner in 2016, blockchain was at the peak of hype. But it's going to be real, Leslie, because, like I said, we mentioned in the panel that we've seen the evolution of data management, from sending telexes to telegrams and emails and phone calls and all these things in a certain order. At some point of time, the owners and the shippers insisted that I want to see something from an IT system where I don't need to ask you, I need to log in and see, right? At some point of time, we believe that the market is going to demand that the truth is going to be a single source of truth, and that has to come from blockchain. And that's probably the stage at which innovation would get triggered within the industry, and more speedy adoptions would happen from the freight forwarders and the shipping lines. So that's somehow what we feel.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you so much.